Okay, recording on progress. No, we have a guest, right? We welcome, you know. So we have three people here right now in the room. Oh, we hear something background sound. No, okay, can you put some mute? Yes, perfect. Okay, so we continue now from what we have in here, right? So we try to IPv6 like where we left before. Let me try to remember again. No? So we are on the code switch 2 in here, right? So we enable again. So we should run again section in here. Router BGP. So let's see what we have here. Because we want to try to configure this server, this domain controller with IPv6 IP address, right? And then we're going to cross the network and then all the way crossing the VPLS, the backbone, and then go to the California, the Colo Center. We have our secondary, right, site. And that is the DC2 and DC1. So that's why we want to try to configure with IPv6, right, instead using IPv4. So first thing in here, okay, let's find out. Do we have? So okay. This is the last. I believe this is the we left over though from the last lab. We tried to establish, right, IPv6 between this VPS router connector here with this link here, F0/1. So we can review again. So run in here. So run interface, right, F0/01. You see, we already assigned the IP address. And also we are IP enable, right? And then IPv6 we try to use with the IPv4 format. So it's easy for our lab in here for demo, no? So okay, so we have this one. So how about the loopback in here? What we have the loopback in here? Show IP horn. Show IP interface brief. Okay, we are in the command line. Okay, so we have a 999. That's good, right? So now, because this is our management IP, because we're using the loopback interface for our management IP. So we should run again interface loopback 999. Oh, this one didn't configure yet. Okay, so let's go. Let's do quick in here. So interface loopback, right? 999. So we are in the inside the loopback interface, and then first thing we would like to do in here, just don't forget when you deal with the IPv6, we have to we have to enable first, right? IPv6 enable. We hit enter, so we turn on the service, and then we're going to assign the IP address, so IPv6 address, and then we're going to this one. Remember, we're using the global in here, 2001 as a global IPv6 format, and then dot dot column, and then this one is the 11. Okay, so we just copy this 11, 11, and then we're going to select 128, right? It's not like a one single host IP. It's like a slash 32. So we're going to say here, say slash 128. We hit enter. All right, so let's verify again. Make sure it's take the command here, 999. Okay, it's beautiful. Look at that. All right, so we assign IPv6 also, and then this one is IPv4. This is IPv6, and then when we say show in the let me see IPv6 interface brief, right? Hit enter. So it's telling you see all the interface which one have turned on. So that definitely we have this one interface turned on, right? You see here, and also we have the loopback. Yep. Okay, so we have the loopback in here. So now we verify now, do we have a come up in here, the peer, the BGP with the IPv6, right? The normally show IPv4 is a BGP summary. This is IPv4 format, right? So this is show the BGP routing, right? So now we're going to change it now. So we're going to say use the command show BGP IPv6, and then remember unicast, and then we're going to be summary. You see, hit enter. So we have come up. You see, all right. So it's that been up for 7 minutes. Yeah, I think this is yeah, 17 minutes, right? And then we have this pair with the phi. This is the phi in here. So this is the so that's good. And then let me see. Do we advertise anything in here yet? Show run section. Router BGP. Okay. So now okay, so yeah, we activate, you see, yep. So that's beautiful. And then we have the network here. Oh, this network something wrong, right? This three. Remember, not sure this allow it or not because this is a slash 120T almost like 256 networks. This is, we should use in the network subnet, right? See, remember in the IPv4 format, IPv format you have to be exactly say network, right? You see here, this is the subnet mask, and then we take the mask 255.255.255.0. We have to exactly match with the subnet mask, right? The slash 24 using zero. But then, this is we're gonna put question mark in here. I'm not sure they're gonna take it or not, right? Right. So normally in here, same thing. So what we would like to advertise the loopback, right? The loopback IP with the one that we just have configured. This one here, the loopback IP here. Right? So we need to advertise uh, into the BGP routing, right? So that is mean so we have a BGP in here. So when we advertise into the BGP, and then this one should be receive the loopback for this switch in here, and then they can communicate each other, right? Same thing in here, right? So for example, in here, this is the router, the VPS router. When we show again IPBGP, no IPv6, no, put the BGP first. IPv show BGP IPv6. This is the command, and then we will say we want to say unicast summary. Just verify this side also. Do we have the neighbor? Yeah, we have the neighbor with six. Where is the six? Oh, this is the six in here. Oh, we should have a pair with this one. Ah, do we miss in here? Right? Because we have a. Let me see. Then how how this guy can pair can come up? Oh, that's interesting. Hold on. So you see here. Wait a second. Wait a second. See, this is not no negotiate. That means it's not ready yet. Okay, it's up, but no. This is maybe the issue or not. Okay, because in here we have the neighbor command, right? We have a neighbor command. We try to make a neighbor pair with the 65, the AS number here. This is the AS number 65005 for this router. And then, yep, and then let's go back to here. And here, yeah, you see, normally if you have, see, this router here right now, we just only have a pair, right? Remember here, that from the last lab, we pair with the other side, the California, right? The LA, the VPS router, you see, if everything is good, right? So we have the status, you see, two prefixes come in, we have this is up like this, and then let me see here, this here, you see, something here. Okay, so let's verify in here first. Let me see. Show run section router BGP again. Okay, let's troubleshooting quick in here. So what's going on? Okay, so even we advertise already. You see here, even we advertise this one here, right? Let me see. Okay, since I'm in here right now, let's go ahead and configure first in here this side. Let's go to config key, router BGP. right? 65.0.2, and then we're going to be inside the IPv6, the table, and then make sure the unicast right here. Hit enter, and then we want to advertise that loopback that the we just create the loopback, right? So the loopback is here is a 2001 dot dot 11 and then slash 128, right? So we advertise. So that is mean we using the network command. We advertise this loopback go into the BGP, and then the BGP should be propagate, send it to the VPLS router, right? And then they can ping each other. So we hit enter first in here. Just verify again. Make sure we have it in the configuration. Yeah, so we have it. You see, right? So we have it. But if you go to the other side here, you see, if we go to the other side in here, let me see here. You see, okay, we still have a two. It's not changed yet, right? We should be receive the one prefix, right? The loopback. This should be increased to three. Okay. So now how we can verify again? Show IP, show BGP IPv6, and then the unicast, right? We just look at the see. We don't have the loopback 11. We have a 5. This is the local loopback, and we have a 6. This is the 6 loopback in here. So we don't have the 11. Okay. So because in here, because doesn't have a peer yet. We need to find out why we don't have a peer yet in here. So do we miss something? Okay. So the easy way to do, same thing in here. Show run section again in here. Let's find out what is the configuration on this BGP router. Okay, so this is the router BGP, right? This is the configuration. And then do we have a neighbor for 62? Where is that? Where is the 62? Yes, yes, we have it. You see, yeah, right. The three, because the three, the interface here, yeah, show run interface F0/1, right? So this is see the three. Yep. So we have a neighbor. We tell we want to form BGP with you, right? With the remote AS, that is the correct, right? And then yeah, and that is the issue. Okay, remember in IPv6 because it's the unicast, so we need the same thing. We need to activate. So we have the menu to activate, right? Okay, so that's not big deal. That hopefully that is the issue. So we go to config T again in here. So let's go back to here, router. So we copy this here first, hit enter, and then we instead we typing, we just copy like this here. See here, okay, we put the unicast, hit enter, and then we try to the neighbor. This is the neighbor. Okay, so we put in here. This is the neighbor. So if you put the question mark, remember here we have the we have the follow command. So what we look for in here is the activate, right? See, we put activate in here. See, yep, and then we just activate. I'll just put a tab key. Oh, they have a two. Okay. Yep. So this is the command. So we hit enter again. All right. So we activate now. Okay. You see, beautiful. See, I can tell it's up already. You see, right? So now just verify again. Show run section router BGP. Just make sure. Yep. You see, now we just add this configuration, right? We tell this router, hey, I have my neighbor. I want to activate with this neighbor. All right. So now what is the show IP, show BGP IPv4 and 6, unicast and summary. You see? Now, beautiful. See, now we have a two pair. You see, two pair BGP. One go to here and one go to here. Okay. You see? All right. So now we have a we have a two prefix now. We're learning now. We have a two prefix learning is from the course switch two, right? Hopefully this two we have the loopback also. So now we show no, we want to show IPv6. No, the BGP first. Show IPBGP IPv6. We want to say the unicast, the table. Just hit enter. Beautiful. Look at that. We have 11. Come, see. Now, see this loopback successful advertise into the BGP, and then the BGP pair with the neighbor and send it over to here. So now this router is understand how to get route to this loopback interface. Okay, it's via the next hub. This is the IP address. The next hub that is the gateway. So that is mean this router say, okay, if I want to go reach that loopback 11, and then we have to go to our neighbor gateway. This is the gateway, right? So because we have a guest in here, right? He's same thing. He's trying to learning about networking. So I try to explain. Let me see. What is his name again? Say, oh, Chung Ming. Okay, Chung Ming.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have? Okay, we call Chung Ming. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you so this is the concept in here. Do you understand about? So same thing that like if you see you never about know about networking, right? Same thing when you go this is same thing if we can like a human, right? If you go to the airport, this router is a dashboard, the information, because you're looking for example, you walk in here to the airport, so you want to, for example, this look back interface is say something like a airline company. Okay, so that is a gauge number. So this router understand if when you go to the say this is like a airline, right? So American Airline. So that's what, hey, and then you have to go to this gateway. So that's mean that is your on board the gateway. Got it? So
Yeah.
that is, yeah, that is how is the router function. Okay. So now see, let's do quick ping in here. So we're using the ping command, the testing, right? So IPv ping IPv6 in here, right? So we just ping this IP address here. We ping. Oh, what happened? We unrecognized host and address. Protocol is not running. What do you mean protocol is not running? You see? Eh, what do you mean protocol is not running? Well, that's interesting. Okay, let's IPv6 again. Do we save it again? IPv6 unicast routing. We enable it again, right? We want to ping, right? So for example here, we want to ping IPv6, right? You see here, and then we put the address in here. So this is the address. Unrecognized host. Ah, this is interesting. Really? Always something happens. How about if I want to ping here the six, the neighbor here? All right. This is. Oh, wait. Sorry. Yeah, by talking and typing, I, sorry, it's my fault. It should be without the slash 128. It's funny. We should be ping just the host IP, not include the slash 28. That's sorry. All right, so we should be ping IPv6 to 11 here. Okay, so that is the neighbor. So we ping, beautiful. You see? So when we got in the Cisco router inside, when we ping, if the neighbor here got respond back, so that is mean we got 5 exclamation mark. That is mean the package is good. Okay, if you got timeout, for example, in Cisco router, if you're using the ping command, so if you ping any IP address in here, say for example, you got timeout. That is mean something is not working, right? So that is mean not reachable, and then you have the troubleshooting why it's not reachable. So that's just I just want to explain to Chungming, right? So this is the what is the different duck and explanation mark. Okay, if you see the explanation mark, that is means successful. Wait, you see him here. Okay, so now we're good now, right? So now we share even in here this side it should be received, right? So this go more further, see? So the loopback go to this router. We send it to this router with the BGP and send it to this one should be received also because it's automatic propagate to the next neighbor. All right. So let's verify in here. We show IPv6. Okay. No, no, no. Always forget. Show BGP first, IPv6, and then unicast. All right. Yep. See, beautiful. So we have same thing again. So we receive now. This receive, you see, is for the next hop is not 4. Okay. 4 is here, but now here receive from here is from 5. This is from this interface, from this gateway. All right. So that is mean. So we have to ping IPv6. I want to ping this IP. Just grab this IP here. Hit enter. See, beautiful. All right, so that's very cool thing, right? So now is everything's working fine now for our project. Now we want to challenge now. Okay, now we have to go all the way to this here to this. We use the router here. We use the like a server as a router in here. Okay, so we log first thing in here we need to find out, right? So let's see again. We have a switch. This is access switch, right? Remember, this is our layer 3 switch, and this is access switch. In our access switch, we have a multiple VLAN in here. All right. So now let's come into here. So this is a workstation VLAN 1. Let's cancel it in here. First thing we try to find out first thing here. See. Okay. So first thing in here, F0/1, because this is the remember we see from the third attack here, 10.100, the third attack, the 40, it should be belong to VLAN 40. It is a server VLAN. Okay, but now this one is connected to this one. All right, so that is mean on the switch here, it should be F115, the port number. Okay, so now we show VLAN switch first in here. So we try to find out. You see here. All right. So we try to find out the table in here when we show VLAN, and then we have a server VLAN, but we have a no port assigned yet. You see, because right now the port 15. You see, the port 15 is still belong to the default VLAN one. So now we need to move this F15 here, F1/15. We have to move. Should be in the server group. Okay, it's belong to server group. Okay, so we need to configure this port interface. So let's first show run interface F1/15. All right, so it's empty. You see, it's nothing, right? So now we have to be configure T. Okay, we go to the configure level in here. So we're going to grab this one here. Right, we're going to, this is the command, the interface port 1/15. We hit enter, and then we're going to change the inside this interface. All right, because right now we're not using the GUI. Everything we configure at the command line. Okay, so that is after you hit enter here, it changed to inside the interface in here. So remember what we need to assign it first in here, right? Because we have to be. It's, remember the port on the switch, the Cisco switch, right? We have a trunk port, and also we have access port, right? Remember, trunk port is carry multiple VLAN, right? But in here, we want to static access, right? Static access mode, because this is the, or we want to static assign for this port, it should be belong to server VLAN, all right? So what we have to do in here, all right? So in here, same thing again. Remember, this is refresh again, that your command line, you see, from the switch, I think day 2 or day 3, right? So let's switch in here, switch port. So we first thing we want to say switch port mode access. Remember, see, because if you put the question mark in here, we have we have a two options. You see, we you want to assign as access port or trunk port. You see, remember, the trunk port is a carry multiple VLAN, right? It's just like tunnel. They can classify like those kind of like car or truck or school bus or big bus, something like that. So that's his trunk is carry multiple VLAN, multiple traffic. Okay. And then access is very static. What I mean static is that we will dedicate that this link here is only for this what group you are. Okay, so we should be looking for 40. Okay, so now in here we're going to say okay, we say switch port mode access, right? We have to turn on first to be in access mode, and the same thing again, switch port. Then we have the access, we have the tail, right? Put the question mark in here. So what will you do? So we're going to be say VLAN. We want to assign what VLAN, right? Because this should be VLAN 40. You see, VLAN 40 is a server VLAN. So we're going to be move it. So service port access VLAN 40. Hit enter, and then you can assign speed 100 in here. Duplex full. Okay, full, and then no shutdown. Okay, so oh, should be no shutdown, right? So we bring the port up now. Okay, so now when we show, oh come on, when we show ITV interface again, now we should be see the port 15 is up. You see, the port 15 is up because we tell no shutdown. It also direct connect right now. See the rest of port is like this here. The port here is down because we don't have a network device or we don't have a network computer or something is connected to port switch yet, right? So now this one we good. You see, up, and up. Beautiful. All right. So now we just verify again. Show VLAN. Ref again in here. We just want to make sure. You see, it was in the default VLAN one. Okay. So now we move F1/15 to server VLAN. Beautiful. Okay. So that has been this port is accessed in this group, is server group only. All right. So now that's good. Okay. So now let's go back again. Show run interface app. Make sure everything good now in here in the running config. What is it? See, before it's nothing, right? But now we dedicate assign. See, this is blah 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 blah. Okay, and also you can put a description in here if you want. Say F1/15. I want to put the description in here. That this one should be DC1. Okay, so this is the like DC domain controller one. See server. Just put like this. Okay, so the DC1 domain controller server. All right, exit out again. Okay, so now we have one in here. Just make sure I save it first in here, just in case I lost the configuration again. So we save the configuration. Now we jump into this router now. We jump into this router. So this router, we're going to be act as a computer, right? So we're going to act computer in here. So now when we boot up, the same thing is the R23. Okay, that is the like the router. So we're going to change. First thing we're going to config T. We're going to change the host name first in here, right? We're going to change the host name. So this is a okay, this DC1 server. You see here, hit enter. So we change the name now. So when we every time when we log in again, it's going to be show the host name to DC1 server. So this is DC1 server. Okay. So now in here, same thing again. Do show IP interface in here. So we have a two interface right now. It's down and down. Just make sure which label in here. So F0/0. So we're going to say config T interface F0/0, right? So first thing in here, we're going to go to configure 100. Just match with the switch in here. Duplex full. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead. We're going to assign the 10.140 first, the IPv4, right? Just say IP address. Say IP address. This is IPv4, and then say 10.100.40. Say .40.100. Okay, and then we're going to say 255.255.0 because this should be /24. Okay, so this is the IP address. We hit enter, and then we say no shutdown. Okay, no shutdown. Okay, so remember, because this one we treat it's a computer, right? It's not routing. So we're going to say no IP. We turn off the routing service in here. No IP routing. Okay, we turn off the IP routing, but we need to put the gateway. Remember the gateway? So we need to find out where is the gateway. Remember the gateway? I believe we're using the SSRP, right? Let's find out what is the gateway in here. So we have a gateway. So first thing in here, go ahead and we're going to show standby. All right. Oh, so we lost? Hmm. Remember we're using the SSRP standby between. Oh, okay. Let's see what we can do in here now. Really? Let's show find out show run interface VLAN 40. Yeah, we have a VLAN 40. So this is dark 3. And then how about the code switch 1 in here? This is the code switch 1 in here. Let's find out again. I believe we do the SSRP, right? Remember? Do you remember? Hmm. Show standby again. Show standby. Did I spell right? Yeah, nothing. Show run interface. App 0/1. No, no. VLAN 40. Yeah, this is duck 2. So where is the duck 1? Can we pick duck 1? 10.100.40.1. Let me see. Do we get response? Where is duck 1? That's interesting, huh? Do we use in the router instead? Because that is the gateway. Let's try the MPLS gateway here. Let me see. Do we configure in here? Configure. Let's cancel it. Okay, so remember this is another MPLS router. Maybe in here. Okay, let me show you. We have a. Yep, this is coming to here. Oh, doesn't have it. Or maybe different lab, you know. Anthony, do you remember? Do we use an SSRP?
I don't recall that.
Hmm. It's interesting, huh? Really? I remember, you know. Okay, okay. Otherwise, we just click here, give you like it's good to refresh anyway. All right, let's go in here because remember we need to try the gateway, right? So because the gateway, because we have a two layer tree in here because we want to fail over, right? Just for example, if this is switch go down, then we're going to be fail over the gateway back to here, right? So for example, the router, if you go different subnet or different segment that don't know the IP address, you should be asked for the gateway, and then the gateway is either reside on the cost switch 1 or cost switch 2, right? Because it's a redundant, right? That's why we're using the SSRP. That's the purpose, right? Okay, let's do it in here then. Let's refresh. So we go back to here. So we move it to here. This is make sure do we correct this cost switch 1, cost switch 2. All right, let's do it. Let's do quick in here. Show run. First thing in just interface VLAN 40. Okay, we have 40 in here. So config key in here. So we have to go in 40, right? So we have to use in the